Hello, beautiful soul. I wanted to hop on and connect with you and explore what your one thing is that needs to be shifted so that you can actually have the life that you dream of, the life of your dreams, the life that you probably can't even fathom dreaming of right now. So, to start, I want to ask you this. When is the last time that you actually let yourself dream about the life that you truly want? Really? When is the last time you sat down and you visualized a life that brought you joy and excitement and fulfillment and peace? Have you ever? Have you ever let yourself sit down and dream of a potential life that actually is worth living? Like, sat down, closed your eyes, pictured yourself. What do you look like? Dream you. What do you look like? How is your body? How is your fitness? How is your energy? How do you feel? How does it feel to be in your body? What kind of energy do you give to the world? What do you do for work in this dream life? And all souls have to labor. We live in a world of giving and receiving. To receive from the world and the universe, we have to give into it. But it doesn't mean we have to be a servant to the world, but we can serve our world. So what is your service work? What is the dream of your service work? If you could do anything in the world that filled you up and served your world, what would it be? Do you even know? Have you even spent time imagining this for yourself? Where would you live? Where do you find the most joy in your life? Is it by the beach? Is it in the mountains? Is it in the desert? Is it in a different country? What is it? Have you spent time visualizing this? Do you even know? If someone told you right now, I will pay for you to move anywhere in the world, wherever you want to live, would you even know where you want to go? So many of us don't take the time to actually dream, to actually envision and imagine the life that we want for ourselves. And because of this, we become stuck in the life that we currently live. And I get it, because we grow up in a world and a society that tells us that those dreams are a waste of time, right? Daydreaming, quit daydreaming, get to the real world. Fuck that. Daydreaming makes that your real world. It is important. It is important to spend time. So even though we've been programmed to believe that our life has to be limitless and not joyful, right? We have to work in a job that doesn't fulfill us and doesn't bring us joy and is exhausting, but then we can have money and then we can do the things that we want. But we're so fucking tired, right? From working so hard at a job that zaps all of our joy and excitement that we don't even have the energy to do the things that we want. And we find ourselves looping in this spiral, in this circle, stagnant in the life that we're living, so far from the life that we actually want. But we don't even know what that life looks like because we haven't spent time looking at it. And often, this comes down to one or two or maybe three beliefs that we carry that tell us that that life, that dream life, isn't possible for us. And it's different for each of us. And it's often created by a lot of outside factors: our family, our society, our education, religion. Like, there's all of these outside influences that determine our beliefs that we carry. But if we actually look at ourselves, you have some beliefs that limit you. I promise you that you have beliefs that limit you. And most likely you have some pillared beliefs that are like fundamental to how you show up in the world that are creating the life that you currently live. For example, myself. For the longest time, I carried an extremely limiting belief about money. And money is a huge limiter for so many people. So many of us carry limiting beliefs about money. And then we're trapped in scarcity. So for me, I grew up in Wisconsin, for those of you that don't know, in the middle of nowhere in a very poor town where, most people don't leave because financially that's not available. I took out a shit ton of student loans that I am still paying off to get my first degree and to get out of Wisconsin. And it wasn't like I was like running, but anywho. I grew up in a world that said money was not an option. Because of that, I allowed myself to believe that I wouldn't have money. And then I went into a field as a teacher. And we all know in the United States that teachers don't make shit. So I took that belief on. I actually remember basically making a vow to myself. I remember telling myself, I accept that I will not make money. I told myself that when I became a teacher. I accept that I will not make money. That is so limiting. That is literally telling the universe and the world that I accept the life that I have. I am not striving for anything more. I don't need money. I don't want money, when in reality I do want money. It was my way of almost like creating a safety in the experience that I had by saying like, I accept it, it's okay, I'll find peace with the life that I have. And yes, find peace with the life that you have. We don't want to always live in this place of unhappiness or uncertainty, but dream, envision, pay attention to the life that you want while still appreciating the things that you have in your life. So for me, when I looked at this belief around money, and I noticed how it impacted so much of my life. Not only did it impact, obviously, money, it impacted the way I showed up in my world. I valued myself less because I had less money. I would never do things I wanted to do before I even knew how much it cost or what the experience would bring me. I would say no because I had accepted and ingrained this belief that I didn't have enough money to do anything. And that I was okay. I was okay with not having any money, with not having anything. I took this belief on, and until I was able to really look at it and look how it determined so much of my life and break it down and reset it, I had to so many times, and it still comes up for me because I carried it for almost 30 years of my life before I did the work to shift it. And when I shifted it, my world shifted. Like I was teaching and making barely anything with 2 bachelor's degrees and an almost completed master's at the time. And I was making barely anything. And when I did the work to shift this belief, literally in like maybe 2 weeks, I was contacted to become a tutor at $35 an hour per student in a group of 13 children. I was making like $17 an hour as a teacher before that. And we don't realize how the beliefs that we carry are the energy that we put into the world, and the energy we put into the world is the energy that we receive back in the world. So what is your belief? What is the belief that you carry that keeps you small, that keeps you trapped, that boxes you in a life that you don't even really want? And I don't mean to say that we're not grateful, right? If you have friends, you have your family, maybe you have children, and you have these things that are blessings. And I am by no means saying that those are not worthy of joy and happiness, because they are. But I'm pretty sure that the majority of your life you're probably not happy with. And you want something else. You want more. You want to make an impact. You want to offer something that fills you up, that fills up your soul, that excites you, that actually helps people, that changes the world. Because we can each do that. We each have these gifts inside of us that can change the world. But we carry these limiting beliefs that tell ourselves, like, we can't. We can't do that. I'm not good enough. They can do that, but I can't do that. She can do that, but I can't do that. He can do that, but I can't do that. And until we figure out, we go deep and we get to the root of this belief and fucking rip it out, we're gonna stay stuck in the life that we have. So, I have homework for you this time. Today, while this is up for you, I want you to spend time finding that belief that is affecting your entire life. What is the one that you tell yourself? Probably every single day, because of some experience that cycles back in and keeps you small and keeps you limited. figure out what it is. When you figured it out, then I want you to answer and ask these questions to yourself. First, what is it costing you? What is it costing you to have this belief? For example, like me, my belief around money, because I carried it, it made me feel small, and it made me feel less than and unworthy. And so I created fear in my life, and it made me fearful to even try for things I wanted. It made me fearful to ask for a promotion. It made me fearful to ask for a different position at a school. I got stuck because of this belief that sometimes doesn't even seem related, but it is. If it is a core belief that you carry, that you cycle, that you speak to yourself every single day or every other day, it affects your entire life. So, what is your belief? What keeps you small? What is it costing you to carry this belief? What areas of your life are affected by it? Because so much of your life is affected by a single belief that you carry. So dig deep, look at this. And when you find these answers, I want you to then think about how your life would be different if this belief didn't control you, if it didn't make your choices for you. How would your life be different? And then I want you to dream. I want you to dream. I want you to visualize. I want you to close your eyes, find a quiet space, shut the door, be with yourself, and dream. Dream so big. And I don't mean dream something that is believable, because anything that you dream is possible if you believe it. So dream big. What do you look like? What do you do? Where do you live? How do you feel? Who are your friends? Dream big. And I don't want you to just visualize it. That's the mind, right? So we're seeing it, we're picturing it, we're imagining it, and then feel it. That's embodiment. That's when it becomes real. That's when we close that gap of time, is when we actually embody it. Because you can sit here and visualize, but if you don't feel it and you don't believe it's possible for yourself, it will never be possible. Believe it or not, that's the truth of it. So we have to believe it. We have to feel it. So as you visualize, as you picture, as you imagine this dream life for yourself, feel it. Drop into being that person, how it feels to be that person that is doing that service work, that is living in that place, that has these friendships, that looks fucking epically beautiful in their body, that is expressing themselves. What does it feel like to be that version of you? Because that is a version of you that is possible if you believe it and you step towards it every single day. So feel it to the point where you could almost cry because it feels so good. Because you have to believe it. You have to believe it. And then I want you to dream like that as often as you possibly can. Because the more that you envision it and you dream it, the easier it is for you to actually believe that it's possible. And the more that you believe it's possible is when it actually becomes possible for you. When you stop living in fear and you start stepping when opportunities come. You start saying yes to your life. You stop living in fear. You stop running all of the reasons why not to in your mind, and you drop into your heart and you feel that deep within you, everything is telling you, yes, do this thing, be this person. But you've carried this limiting fucking belief for so long that it has eroded your confidence and your ability to actually believe in the person that you are meant to be and capable of being and will be. If you choose to step and believe in yourself, you can be that person. I promise you, you can be that person. So please do that. Look at these questions. Feel it in your body. Visualize your dream self. Be that person. Be that person, because the only thing that separates that visualization, that embodiment that you created, and the person that you currently were before you did this is time and action. Time moves. We are always moving through time. Action is your choice. One little step every single day that makes that dream a little more possible, a little more believable. You can do it. You can fucking do it. You have to do it, or you're going to keep living the life that you're living now. But you can have that dream. You can have it, but you have to choose it. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. And you have to believe it. So, if you want to dive even deeper into this, I made an awesome worksheet that really lets you explore this. So if you want that from me, just leave an emoji in the comment and let me know, and I will send it to you so that you can shift this limitation and actually live the life that you want, that you deserve, that you desire, that is yours if you choose it. So choose it, because Lord knows we need you. All of you, not this version, that version of you that can do anything and be anything and is everything. That's what I want to see.